Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi and today we are doing a 2021 flip through of my reading journal. The journal I used for 2021 was this one from Notebook Therapy. You can also use my code LEXI10 for 10% off any purchases. This is such an exciting video and I hope you guys enjoy. So when you first open it up, you've got this title page where you can fill in your details. Start my journal with a 2021 title page, and the next few pages are my goals and sort of just setup pages. So on the left side, we have my 2021 reading goals. As you can see, I did all of them. And for most of them, I wrote the book that correlated with the goal and the date that I achieved it. On the right side is my 2021 achievements. So I filled this in throughout the year, just with exciting moments that happened or important milestones that I reached. The next spread is my 21 books to read in 2021. And I went with that typical bookshelf sort of design. And because of that, I chose all books that I already owned. As you can see, I could have made a better dent on those ones, but that's okay. We can always try and do better next year or this year. And on the opposite side, we have like my haul. So all the books that I purchased or received during the year, as well as ones I got rid of. As you can see, I could also work on that for next year. The next spread is this series or authors spread. I pretty much just chose authors or series that I'd started. And on the opposite side, we have new releases. And I did sort of use this throughout the year, but definitely not as much as I thought I would. The next page is my top 10 books of 2020. And on the opposite page, we have the 2020 stats, which I get from Goodreads. The following spread, I had nothing on these pages for ages, and then I saw somebody online who did the alphabet challenge and I thought that would be really cool. Basically, the idea behind this spread was finding book titles that you've read for each letter of the alphabet, and from here we go into like the monthly spreads. So this was my title page and statistics for January, followed by my table of all the books that I read in the month. So I like to categorize them with date, title of the book, author, stars, review, and the type of book. That just makes it a lot easier when you are filling out the stats at the end of the month. For this month, I also included a favorite book of the month spread, and then I just did this on the side to fill up the blank page. Moving on to February, this is probably my least favorite spread. I just hate how it came out. I thought I was doing something really artistic and I just hated it. Love Mandrake of the month, love the stickers, but I just didn't like how I did the spread. And we've got our books for the month. The next theme was Ariana Grande Thank You Next theme. I really liked this one. I think the colors came out really well and it was definitely more creative than the last spread. And again, we have the books read for the month. I had also started to add this little 2021 check-in. This is a spread I did for the Earth and Blood read-along. So I was actually invited to this by Tandem Global, and they sent us all these cute little cards with prompts at different sections of the book. We also had like a reading schedule to get through it because it's such a big book. We could use these hashtags to keep on track with other readers, and these were the accounts that we could tag. I also have a little Instax Fuji printer, and that's how I got the Polaroid. I find this just so much more cost effective. Instead of taking a Polaroid and just hoping that it comes out, you can just print photos you've already taken and you get the same effect. Moving on to April, we did an Easter theme, and again, what I read for the month of April. I actually didn't finish this spread here because I didn't finish the TV series. I just kind of gave up. I think it was just a bit too boring because I knew what was going to happen at every single moment from the books. And on the other side, I put my favorite quotes from Serpent and Dove. I really enjoyed this. I do want to read the sequel. And I know it is like slightly problematic, but I really enjoyed it. And some of these quotes are just beautiful. This is my spread for May, and this is probably one of my favorite spreads that I did. I just really love like the scrapbook / collage effect of it. So during May, I participated in the Asian Readathon, which was held all month. Of course, I had to do a spread, and all of the books that I read were on this page as well. I did start Blood Heir, but I never finished it. I did also read other books during May, so that's what I used this spread here for. These 4 were super quick reads. I probably read them all, yeah, like within a week of each other. And I also read Where the Crawdads Sing. I also did a spread here for Emergency Contact, which was probably one of my favorite books that I read this year and last year. It's just such a beautiful story, and it was just so prominent to me in 2021. I just completely related to the characters. My life was on the same kind of course as them. The next month is June, and we went with a series of unfortunate events theme. I did lots of reading that month, and there's where we read Emergency Contact again. For July, I went with a Romeo and Juliet theme. I do really like this one as well, but there was a bit of smudging on here, and I didn't like this part. I wish I'd have done this in like plain colors. During July, I also hosted the plus size readathon. Myself and Julie spent so much time working out the prompts and the challenges and getting the Instagram up and running. We are also thinking about how we're going to improve it next year, so definitely make sure you're following the plus size readathon on Instagram. That's where we post everything. And this was the monthly books. Another book that I really loved that I read around this time was Alchemical Heart. So I did a little spread for that, and I just included like a playlist that I thought went really well with the book. I really love how that came out, so I definitely want to do that for more books. And for once, I actually watched a few movies in June, so I put them all on here. I also did a spread for one of my favorite books of all time, Strange the Dreamer, and I found these really cute printouts for Faith Taking Flight, so of course I did a theme for that. I feel like it's around this time I started to get more creative with the spreads, so I did another July TV and movies. This is a really fun memory. Like, I watched these 3 with my friends on Zoom. This was during obviously lockdown. As most of you know, Sydney was in lockdown for 105 days, so I obviously had quite a lot of time to get creative with my spreads and do a lot of reading as well. This one here is for Girls with Razor Hearts. Then we move on to August. This is when I started to include the days read as well, and all the books I read that month. The next spread is for the mid-year book breakout tag. So I actually did a YouTube video for this, and I just thought it would be cool to have it in my reading journal as well. At this point, I also read 1984 and Circe. This one is again using some adorable stickers from Mandrake of the Month. Next, we're moving on to September, Mandrake of the Month again, followed by the days read. I also did a spread for my September TBR. I believe this was because I did a YouTube video for that as well, and I watched the new Cinderella on Amazon, so I did a cute little spread for that. These were my August books. I also got into the spooky spirit and watched The Craft Legacy. It was definitely different to the original Craft. Now onto the October spooky spread. A complete video of this is up on my channel as well if you were interested. Days read and all of the October books. I also decided to do like a series spread for Girls with Sharp Sticks, Razor Hearts, Rebel Souls, and I'm pretty sure I watched Promising Young Woman at the start of this year, but I just decided to do the spread here. During October, I also watched Halloween Town, and I was super lucky to receive a ARC copy of Oscar and Alice by Jemima Brewster. I'll pop her Instagram on here as well if you want to check her out. It's such a cute novella. It's super short and sweet. I definitely recommend checking it out. And of course, everyone has seen the November Taylor Swift spread. Again, this one's up on my channel if you want to see how I created this. And I had a massive reading month in November, completely filled the page. During this year, I also finished the PlayStation Life is Strange game. It was super fun. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something to play play. And of course I had to do a spread for Daisy Jones and the Sea. We then move into my December spread. I love all the little stickers that I used. I got majority of these from Amazon. It wasn't a great reading month. I didn't finish any other books on my TBR, but as you can see, I didn't read that much either. Because I had so much space on here, I decided to do like a little collage thing. I also did a Christmas reads spread. Again, this is where I was obviously going to fill out the stars, and I thought it would be cute to do like a Nutcracker theme with some of these stickers that I've recently got. And onto the final two spreads. I watched a lot of movies on my holidays, so I put them in here in December films, and I did a spread for my collaboration with Sam Talks Books. Definitely make sure you check out both of our videos if you haven't already. And that's it for my reading journal. As you can see, it's absolutely chockers. I pretty much finished it. I really couldn't have fit much more. It doesn't really close, but that is just a sign of a creative year. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comments which spread was the best one, or feel free to leave me some ideas for what themes I could do this year. Make sure to leave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will speak to you guys in the next video. Bye!